Everybody, how are you doing? Welcome to Wacky Wednesday. It's not really that wacky, but I want to hold on a minute. Let me fix something real quick so we don't hear too much noise. Hi, Andrea. How are you? Welcome, guys. We're talking about removing the Klingons. You know, those children that just won't let go. They want you to carry them all the time. You're trying to do things and you have this child permanently affixed to your hip. They just don't want to let go. So we're going to talk about that a little bit today. And as you're joining me, please say hi. And I want to welcome you formally. And for my replay viewers, thanks so much for hopping on as well. I really appreciate you guys being here. I'm going to tell you a little bit about me. My name is Celia. Hi, Jiggle Belly. Like that name. How are you? My name is Celia. I'm a family empowerment coach. So simply put, what I do is empower you through parenting techniques, health, wellness, mindset, everything you need to kind of empower yourself, empower your relationship, and empower your kids so that you and your family reach the goals and the vision that you have for them. So thanks for hopping on, guys. I don't want to waste your time. So I want to really get started with removing the child that is permanently glued to your side. Thank you for the hearts too. Hi, being ad, and share this out, guys. There are a lot of parents that have children permanently glued to our sides. Okay, so let me explain to you first what's going through a child's mind that always wants you to hold them, always wants you to be near them. Number one is insecurity. They're just feeling insecure. They may be in a social situation. They may be somewhere where there's a lot of chaos going on and they feel insecure. And you obviously are their security blanket. So they want you to hold them so they feel comforted and they feel safe. Number two, it could be a habit. Hi Sally, they could just want you to hold them all the time. Because why? They know you're with them and they have your attention when you're always holding them. And if it's a habit, it's one you may want to start breaking. And I'm going to give you some tips on how to do that. Okay, so number one, and this is vitally important, and this is something that a lot of parents think they don't need to do. So if your child gives you a whole lot of drama when you drop them off and you leave them somewhere, that could be daycare, it could be school, it could be a family member's house, and they are like freaking out. Many parents think, well, if I just sneak out and say goodbye and don't say goodbye, I just sneak out and don't say goodbye, then I can be free of the drama. Well, that's actually, guys, incorrect. Because the reason they're having anxiety separating from you is because that's a child's biggest fear. A child's biggest fear is that if you leave, you're not coming back. Hi, Moon Zoom. And that fear applies everywhere. It applies to their sleep habits. It applies to going to a daycare, a school, a family member's house, a friend's house. They're always worried that if you leave, you're not coming back. And so your job is to reassure them that you are coming back, and they will eventually learn as they grow up that when mom or dad leaves, they actually come back. Because why? You do. So you give them that strength and that belief. So always say goodbye, even if it causes drama. Always say goodbye to your children when you leave and let them know when you'll be back so they can be aware of what's going on, and let them know I'm going to be back in a few hours. If they don't really know, if they're toddlers, what a few hours is, but let them know you'll be back, or I'll be back after your nap, or I'll be back by dinner time. Let them know you'll be back. And then when you come back, it teaches them that in fact you said you'd be back and you're back. And you are back. So always say goodbye. Number two, try to have special time with your children throughout the day. So that may be 10 minutes of just you and them playtime. It might be date nights during the week where you go out together. Hi, Alex and Raporto. Where you go out with your child on a date, maybe to the movies, maybe to dinner. and you take each child out on a date once a week, have that special time. Create that time where it's just you and them. And if it's multiple children, have special time with each of them. Let them understand that they are just as important to you as you are to them. Number 3, if you work at home, that's where a lot of difficulty with that separation thing comes from. So try the traffic light technique. What is that? When your door is closed, you have 3 circles. You have a red circle, a yellow circle, and a green circle. And teach your children that if the red circle is on your door, you cannot be interrupted. That is a stop sign, and that means you cannot knock. You cannot interrupt me until I change the color of that circle. If it's a yellow circle like a stoplight, let them know that means I may be able to be interrupted, so knock first. If I can't be interrupted, I'll come to the door and let you know that I have to finish something, and I'll be right with you. And then when you can be right with them, be right with them and give them your undivided attention. Now, if it's a green light, you can even leave the door open with the green light on the door, and they will know that they can come in freely, they can interrupt you, they can talk to you, and you'll be there to respond to them. Number 4. Nonverbal cues. A lot of times kids want to interrupt you, and instead of them holding up their hands and whining, maybe you're in the middle of doing dishes, or you're in the middle of a phone call, or you're in the middle of, laundry, or something you're in the middle of, or you're in the middle of work. Come up with a nonverbal cue, something like maybe tapping your hand. Let your child know that if they walk in, they don't say anything, they see you're in the middle of something, and they tap your hand. Hi, Antika. Welcome. Let them know, well, if you tap my hand, I'll know you want me. And as soon as I finish up what I'm doing, which will be shortly, I will give you my undivided attention, and then finish it up and give them the undivided attention. So the nonverbal cue is a tap the hand back and forth. Number 5, talk to them about what they're insecure about. Honey, you really want me to hold you all the time, and honestly, I can't hold you all the time. I just can't. I've got stuff I got to do. You have things that you have to do. I can't hold you all the time. What is it that's making you feel a little uneasy that you need me to hold you? And talk to them. If they're super little, then you're just going to have to put them down and get them involved in something if you can't play with them. But put them down. Hi, Samantha. So we'll discuss that later on in the put them down scenario. But if you can talk to them, discuss it with them and have a conversation. And once they're older and they can talk, they can relay their feelings to you, and you can acknowledge their feelings and help them out to get through it. Number 6, encourage your kids. Encourage them around the house to help out. Encourage them with doing chores, making meals. Talk to them. Let them contribute. What would you like to do now? Mom's doing some work. How about I give you a workbook and some crayons, and you do your work next to me? Encourage them to participate without being attached to you. Hi, Z David. How are you? Thank you for hopping on. And thank you for the hearts, guys. I appreciate it. So encourage them to get involved with what you're doing without clinging on to you. Think of ways that they can be a part of what you're trying to do without them being on top of you. So if you're cooking dinner, there is stuff every child can do to help cook dinner unless they're an infant. Hi, Mark. A 2-year-old can add ingredients, they can stir, they can get you a can from a shelf. There's all kinds of things your child can do to help out without being on top of you. When I'm with my 2-year-old grandson and I'm doing the dishes, he wants to help. So I let him, nothing much. What's up with you? Thank you for joining me. We're talking. That's what's up. We're helping out parents. So I let him put the silverware in the dishwasher. Now he knows that if there are sharp knives in that dishwasher, he cannot pull them out. If he pulls them out, all help stops. Those stay in there. We only put silverware in, we don't take it out. And he has learned to help me put the silverware in safely, and he loves it because he helps me do the work. And he's there with me, doing it with me, but he's not holding me. You're from Italy. Welcome, welcome. Ciao. All right. Now, what do we got going on? Oh, so encourage them. Number 7, celebrate their independence. Thanks for all the hearts, guys. Celebrate their independence. You know, when they go and you're doing something and they do something on their own. Hi, many numbers. I don't know your name. I just see a lot of numbers over there. Celebrate it. Compliment them when I'm doing great things. When they are doing something and they're not on top of you, praise them. What a great job. Geez, I see you're over there just kind of picking up your toys all by yourself. I'm so proud of you. Thank you for helping me. Give them some praise when they go off on their own to do stuff. Hi, Tropic. Okay, so, you know, their independence includes getting dressed, brushing their teeth, straightening their room, picking up their toys. We want to make our children more independent. So when they do these things on their own and you're there doing something else and they go off and think of something they can do, absolutely celebrate it and compliment them. Hi, Miranda. And let them know how proud you are that they thought of something to do without gluing themselves to you. Okay, number 9. I was saying if you're carrying them a lot, put them down, guys. I know they may want you to be held again and they might cry, but you have to make them understand that you cannot hold them all the time. There are things you have to do, and they're going to eventually learn every time you go to put them down. But, okay, bye, Miranda. Watch me later. Love to have you on the replay. Make comments and everything like you can. So put them down. It may be hard. I know, guys, it's hard when your kids cry. It's hard when they want something. And sometimes you're just like, it's easier to give in. No, it's not easier to give in, because in the long run, they will learn to manipulate. You giving in to them always wanting to be picked up makes them know that they will always get picked up when they want to. And if they don't get picked up, they throw a fit and you pick them up. So you're teaching them these habits that you don't want them to have. So put them down and set them down and tell them, I cannot hold you right now. Let's do something else to contribute, or give them another job they can do. If they want to just be close to you, they feel like they're in kind of a chaotic situation, you can't hold them, but you can tell they feel a little unsafe. Hold their hand. You know, guys, I have scoliosis. I have a bad back. When I'm with my 2-year-old grandson and he wants me to hold him, a lot of times I can't because he's getting so heavy. And it's actually funny because I have told him my back hurts, and he'll say, Gamine can't hold me because your back hurts, or I'm too heavy. He'll say, too heavy, too heavy. And I'll be like, yes, you're too heavy. But I'll hold his hand to help him with his security. So there's other ways of connecting to them without you holding them. Maybe sit down, good time to have a conversation or sing some songs or read a book. Take advantage of that moment. Hi, Janet. Thank you for joining me. Kliggin, I don't know what your name is, but welcome. Okay, and number 10, guys, whatever it is you decide to do to get your Klingon removed from the situation and to stop clinging on, be consistent. Like I said, if you put them down and they cry hysterically and then you pick them up, you are not being consistent and you are not helping them learn that they need not to be held 24/7. So whatever route you take, be consistent. That goes for all training of your children to do different things, all getting them to understand certain things about life and understanding certain issues that come up. You have to be consistent. Be consistent every time. So put these other tips into place, and I think you will find the Klingon will be a little less clingy. Let's go over them. Always say goodbye. Enjoy special time with your child throughout the day, throughout the week. If you work at home, use the stoplight rule. No, use non-verbal cues instead of verbal cues if you can't be interrupted and they want your attention. Talk to them if they're, they have speech about why they're being so clingy. Understand their emotion that they're feeling. Encourage their help when you're doing something. Encourage them to help you do something. That doesn't mean you carrying them. Celebrate their independence as they get better and better at doing things, brushing teeth, getting dressed. Celebrate that independence where they come up and think of things they can do on their own. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I'm going to add a 10 because actually I only did 9. Put them down when needed. 9. Now I'm on 9. Be consistent. And 10, I forgot to say, frequent social situations like classes and family outings and play groups and things like that, where normally a young child may feel a little uneasy at first, but they may learn to gain their comfort. And that may be a time they want you to hold them. But the more you frequent these kinds of social situations, the less they'll feel the need for you to hold them all the time. And they'll feel confident in themselves of being on their own with you and exploring new horizons and new adventures. So I hope these tips helped you. If you're on with me live, give me a 1 if this was helpful to you. If you're on the replay on Facebook, give me a 1. Replay viewers on Periscope, sorry you can't, comment anymore, but you can certainly share this out to others. And guys, if you want more tips like this, if you want to really explore some of the challenges that you're having with your kids, I'd love you to join me on Saturday morning at 8:30. I'm doing a workshop. It's a Zoom workshop, which means it's interactive. It's not a recording. It's not a webinar. It's a masterclass on learning how to really conquer the craziness in your life, really get through what's making you nuts. We get kind of pissed off at so many things, and then we start yelling and screaming, and we feel bad about yelling and screaming, but we're just getting tired of these things. So let's talk about it. Let's learn ways that there doesn't have to be yelling and screaming. There can be more communication and less chaos. There can be more smiles and less trials. Wouldn't you like that? If you could just spend a Saturday morning and change what's going on in your family right now, wouldn't you love to do that? Register today, guys. It's a limited enrollment. My master classes happen every month, different topic every month. This month, it's for pissed off parents, and it's to take the challenge out of what's going on in your family. You can register at pissedoffparents.com. pissedoffparents.com. You can register for all the master classes that happen at pumpedupparenting.com. This month, on Saturday, it's Pissed Off Parents. In November, we're talking about the 21st century parenting, and that's all social media, cell phones, bullying, all the craziness that's going on nowadays. We're going to talk about that. And in December, I have a special guest, Kim Baker. She's going to be on. She's a debt elimination specialist, and we're going to be talking about debt and budgeting for the new year. I'm hoping my feed on Facebook did not just end, but I'm going to keep up going just in case. Anyway, guys, that's what I got for you today. If you want to join me on Saturday for the masterclass, again, pissedoffparenting.com. In the meantime, I wish you guys loads of love, laughter. It really is the best medicine. And let's get a whole lot of peace going as we enter into this weekend and learn about keeping peace with your family. Have an awesome Wednesday. I'm back on Friday at 2 p.m. I'll see you Friday at 2 p.m. as we discuss something else. I don't remember what it is. We're discussing something else on Friday. I cannot remember. And guys, if we're not friends on Facebook, that's a crime. Friend me up. Send me a message that you saw me on Periscope so I know. Hello. And join Pumped Up Parenting on Facebook as well. More resources in that group and under pumpedupparenting.com. I'll see you guys here Friday at 2 o'clock and around the web. Have an awesome Wednesday, everyone. Bye-bye.